So this is my Islamic art project, and basically what I did first is I set up a bunch of lines for a basis of reflection. Next, I made one of the first types of shapes and reflected it to all the correct places where that same shape is. Then I translated that same shape to the outside because it was the same shape and it didn't make sense to add a random line there to reflect, so I just translated it. It could have also rotated, but again, I thought it would be easier just translating it because I don't want to have to add a random point. Next, I traced the inside shape, then the outside shape. After I started tracing the new shape, I reflected it all on the inside ring, then translated the shape to the outer ring. Then I translated one of the shapes and rotated it to be the right way around. Then I traced the rhombus shape and reflected it in the correct locations. After I translated that rhombus shape to the outside ring, then reflected it to the correct locations on the outer ring. Then there were still some of the second shape left, so I added a line and reflected the line to the other sides. Then I reflected all of the shapes to the right places. And then there's this annoying thing that kept going on my screen and it wouldn't go away. And then finally, with like 5 minutes left, I finally figured out how to get rid of it. So basically what I did is I just reflected a bunch, and where I thought it necessary, I basically just either rotated or I translated. Chia seeds or superfood or scam. So, for this project I chose chia seeds because I saw that it had a large amount of fiber, which many people need more of. Fiber is key to the digestive system working properly because it helps things move through. According to sfgate.com, there are 10 grams of fiber in every 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, which equates to 28 grams, which is a third of the amount you need a day. It also has a lot of omega-3 fatty acids. These fatty acids help with the heart mainly, which is also something that many people have problems with. Another food that has a lot of omega-3 is Atlantic mackerel, and it has 2,670 milligrams per 100 grams. Meanwhile, chia seeds have 17,552 milligrams of omega-3 per 100 grams. Note, mackerel has no fiber, so I didn't compare. In 100 grams of chia seeds, it's more than the daily needs of fiber. In conclusion, chia seeds are better than mackerel because they don't just have more omega-3, it also has a lot more fiber than mackerel because mackerel has none. So chia seeds are better. So the question is the name/term superfood a good descriptor of how good the food is, or is it just being misused? So I think that for some foods, superfood is like a fitting term. For chia seeds, I think that it's a pretty fitting term, but I've heard that there are other superfoods like I've heard blueberries are a superfood, even though it might have as much things as other things that aren't considered superfoods, and I think that it shouldn't be used in this way for commercial purposes. It should be used only. There should be a certain set of rules set up maybe by the USDA that says these are the requirements for it to be considered a superfood.